I was just about to go out flying and I decided to update the little bounce back and forth animation I made, or what my friends called it, the fat kit. It was yellow. I wanted to have it be a different color, but instead of just setting it to a static color, I wanted it to cycle. But and then I got to thinking I wanted more than just a stupid bouncing thing going do 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 do, you know, like that one, right? That's boring. So it's now every 10 seconds going to cycle through a different animation kind of sequence, but to be honest, you lose a lot of the effect of these default library examples because they're meant for larger arrays of LEDs to be more visually appealing, I guess, but you know, so that's the one I did. And instead of it being static, I'm using a rainbow cycle. Actually, I'm using the same variable that they're using for the rest of the effects, so it ties in, the colors tie in as it cycles to the different types of effects. So I didn't have to do anything for the coloring. I just used the same variable, but in my code, which was only 3 lines. It's 3 lines of code to do that. But of course, there's other lines of code to set it up. But once you set it up, you can do a couple lines of code and it'll change the effect completely. It's such a pretty simple thing, and people think it's a really complex thing. Here's the code. I mean, to be honest, everything's commented. It'll tell you what it does and how to use it. So I'll go to my code and show you what I did. So I just called it LaForge because I don't freaking know what to call it. My bouncy bounce code, and I use the G-hue variable from the other. It's a constant, global constant, so it's outside the context of this function. So I can call it in the other, like G-hue's called up here, as well as in mine. So it's gonna keep the same color as I call them. Well, this isn't the call order, this is just the declaration of each function. And so and I'm using functions inside a library that I'm including, the fastled.h. So that's the library that allows you to set up your type and describe it as what chipset it is, the way you want the order of colors to be. You're dictating how you're going to say what the coloring should be. And I'm probably getting into the programming of this a little more than people would want. But this is all in an example file called DemoReel100 in the fastled library. When you download that from Arduino, where did I find it? I might have found it just on GitHub, I think. It was a GitHub, fastled, and I put it in my libraries, personal libraries, in my profile folder in Windows. Restarted Arduino and they were available, and now I've got cool little animations on my goggles. Oh yeah, and from the last time I said I was going to Velcro it, I did. So it's on there, and yeah, I'm not powering with the battery right now, but because I'm still hooked up to the USB, which has enough to power these LEDs. Yeah, okay, that's enough. And if you want a copy of this code here, I'll post it, I guess. It's not all mine, it's mostly somebody else's. It's available in the example, but people ask for the same thing from the video all the time. Anyways. Alright. There we go. I need to go fly and shine and be all blingy.